Hi everyone, Comic Book Reviewer here. This time reviewing on the 2020 film The Invisible Man. Now, as you know, The Invisible Man is a 2020 science fiction horror film that was written and directed by Leigh Whannell, as well as being inspired by H.G. Wells' story, The Invisible Man. So the premise of the film is meant to follow Celia, who escapes from her violent, controlling, and wealthy kind of boyfriend, Adrian Griffin. We see how during the night she escapes, thanks to her younger sister, and we kind of see how Celia hides out in the home of her childhood friend, Detective James Linner. And of course, we kind of see how Celia tries to slowly rebuild her life and hopes things will work out. I would say James definitely works as a character because you can tell he knows what Celia's going through and tries to play the sort of older brother role. We see how she learns that Adrian had seemingly committed suicide and leaves her $5 million, but thanks to his lawyer brother Tom, who handles the agreement. And at first we see how Celia thinks her life is going to get turned around, but of course, this is where we later see how everything starts to come crashing down, where things start to go wrong in her life. She turns out to be drugged. We see how her sister gets an insulting email, and this is where we do kind of see how Celia has to deal with Adrian Griffin, who seemingly organised the event to mess with her. I think the film is slightly alright, but I think there's moments where I think there is wasted potential. I think with the big twist villain could have been done better, because I think had it been Adrian's brother Tom who wants revenge on Celia for Adrian's suicide, and had it kind of revealed that Tom's doing this out of revenge, anger, and frustration, that Adrian was the only one who was there for him, and even show it that because of Adrian's abuse, Tom kind of identifies him as his idol. This could have shown a message how sometimes a sibling abuse can make the other sibling idolize the other one. And I kind of think Elisabeth Moss wasn't the best choice. I think she just looks too older to kind of play this young girlfriend role, and I think they should have got a young actress for the role. I think someone like Hilary Duff, maybe the actress who played Katniss from the Hunger Games, or maybe Mae Whitman, someone to be that sort of young but kind of timid young girl sort of role. And I think, to me at least, what Hollow Man got right was you could actually tell Sebastian was an arrogant, selfish, manipulative psycho who believed himself that he was the good guy and did all the things to himself while not admitting to his mistakes. I think Hollow Man was the better version of H.G. Wells' story, as well as being a Norman Osborn inspired movie. I think the Invisible Man tries to kind of be something like that, but just feels like a shallow, dark, dull, and kind of uninspirable film. And I just think, yeah, I give it credit that it's going for the themes of domestic abuse, how domestic partners don't really want to admit their mistakes and use things to ruin the person's life. I think if it focused mostly on Tom as the villain and getting revenge on Celia for his brother's death, this would have showed Tom believing in his own mind that Adrian was the good guy and didn't want to admit that Adrian was the abuser. It seemed like they were going that way, and I hoped they would have done it, but they didn't really. I think, to me, the 2020 film The Invisible Man is a shallow version of what I think H.G. Wells' story was. I think Hollow Man is the superior version. It knew how to work with Sebastian Cain, showing you how far gone he was, showing you how his ex-girlfriend Linda just wanted to stay away from him, and even showing her new boyfriend Matthew was always the better person, as he wasn't going to be something like Sebastian. I think this film definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. Well, it's alright. It just doesn't really work as what I think they intended. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.